and destroyed the car. Just ruined it. God darn. Definitely glad to not have her in my life, I'll tell you that much. Another tool I've only used like once, and it worked. I think it worked on something. You know, I think actually I was going to plan on returning it. I never did. This guy doesn't work so great. I think he's actually broken. He doesn't even fire. He's a butane soldering kit, power probe. Power probe makes some good things, but probably not this kind of stuff. This was for trucking. I bought this and I was supposed to return it or exchange it, never did. This one leaks somewhere, I think up here at the head or something, and I got screwed on that deal. This is a couple of relays. Here's like my first drill bit set. I broke a bunch of these while I was trying to drill out a bolt that was in the exhaust of my grandfather's 2005 Civic EX Special Edition. Ended up, good God, where's that scar at? I've got a hell of a scar on me somewhere. Punctured right through me. I don't know which hand it is. Maybe it's kind of healed up more. Oh, there it is right there. It slipped off and punctured right through me right there. It's looking better. It's harder to even see now. Man, did it tear me up. I said, that's it, I'm done. I stopped working on that car. Here's another tape measure. Oh gosh, I've got a ton of their voltmeters too. This isn't one of them, but I got a ton of those. Oh, this is not part of it. I've never used this guy. Where's the part number on this guy? There he is. This guy's amazing. So worth it. So worth it. I'll be using him, I'm sure. I think I might have bought these clips at Harbor Freight. Don't know. And this guy here is probably one of the oldest things I own too. This was from like 05, 04, Harbor Freight, and it's junk. It's cool to like kind of start out and see what you can do, but that's probably about it. I think I put some other tools away. Yeah, I did. I guess this is the new drawer with sockets, and there's other sockets that still need to go in there, and I need to clean this stuff out because there's a bunch of sawdust and everything. But I put all the drawers back over here, and this is my other set, so you can see. And this is my 3/8 that I was talking about, excuse me. This is my Craftsman 1/2 inch, which I paid a lot of money for. It's not very long. I forgot to grab my pipe. I got a 4-foot stainless steel pipe that I bought as a drop from a metal supply place. And this is my 1/2 inch. I don't even know how long this thing is, 18 inches or so, something like that. And then pretty much all the sockets that I own, I'm pretty sure. There may be a few others, like in the drawer underneath. And then I've got some hex stuff. Bunch of stuff. And extensions and these guys. Oh. There's a tool. Where's it at? Oh, that's one other one I didn't have. These guys are great for removing coil springs. They lock right on. I put washers and washing washers on there. This is the best thing to use, where you're not going to kill yourself. Nothing new in that drawer. Nothing new in that drawer. Oh, here he is right here. This is the tool I made from, what is this thing? It's a serpentine belt. Come on. Adjuster tool. Item 66344. There's a video I have showing how to use it, and I forget even what this tool's called. Cam lock tool or something like that, where you can hold the camshaft steady. I put in grade 8 bolts, and when you're holding it, or even a pulley, some kind of pulley locking tool or something like that, they're like $100+, and a lot of them are aluminum, and they bend and they're crap. This is steel, and this stuff is solid, and it's cheap. I paid a little over like $10, I think, for this thing with the 25% off coupon. Modified it to make it do what I need it to do, and you know, you've got a lot of leverage there. That sucker's long, and it worked too. I had to put I don't know, like 90-something foot-pounds on that thing to tighten it back up. It was on a Camry. It's actually on an Avalon V6 engine. That was the engine that I had the zip tie on that ended up jumping the teeth, because I couldn't find the clips that I needed, and I was under the gun, and man, did I screw that up. So, learn from my mistake on that one. Nothing in there. There's no sockets in there. I guess, yeah, this will be all my sockets, actually. I need to get the other sockets up here, probably. Have them all stand up. I need to get some more of this kind of stuff. This turned out to be a long video, huh? Oh, there's another tool. This is for my AC thermometer. Nothing big. Nothing new there either. That box for this thing. So, oh, you know what? I didn't find these cutoff wheels. I wonder where those are hiding, or if I already have them here somewhere. Those things are expensive. Oh, here's something new. This is Gordon's Coffee, a place where my father worked. And my mom had an affair with his boss, his best friend, and ended up leaving my father for him, and she wanted to hurt him in the worst way. And she did. He deserved it. He's a fucking asshole, an abusive piece of shit cocksucker. That was one of his favorite words. Man, if I didn't learn anything from that, I learned that you can't even trust your best friend to not fuck your wife. So, anybody who's made it this far in the video, there's a life lesson you should take away with you on that. Do not invite the people you work with to your home. Don't be buddy-buddy with them. You're just asking for trouble, especially in this day and age. And this was back in the late 80s, or even 1990 maybe. So it was bad then. It's worse now. Look at the divorce rate. This has since turned into Stanley, I think, coffee. But he gave me these. He asked me if I wanted them. He loved this job. My mom really set him up to fail. She had his boss give him a promotion for assistant manager so that he could make more money, so that he could afford to pay the child support and everything else that needed to be paid for, and then kicked him out of the house. You know, he was deserving of a lot of this stuff, a lot of it. And I told my mom one day, I came out of the garage or something, and I walked in, and I looked at her. She was standing in the dining room, and my back was to the kitchen garage area. And I asked her, I said, "Mom, hasn't Dad suffered enough?" And she looked at me, and she didn't really have an answer for me. She told me years later down the road, because they went back and forth like 24 times. She said, you know, you were the reason why I tried to work it out with him again, because of what you said there. You know, I thought, you know, maybe he learned his lesson. Maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll be different this time. And he wasn't. He was an abusive asshole on so many levels that I won't even go into. And you know, he deserves every bad thing that's ever happened to him and ever going to happen to him. The world will be better off when he's gone. Anyway, I have those. So I don't know how many of you people want to hear that story, but that's an honest moment for me. I'm a pretty honest guy. Plus, I want to document this stuff anyway, because maybe one day I won't remember just how much of an asshole that fucking guy was. Well, I already forgot a lot of stories, but I sure do remember some of the best ones. I can tell you that much. Nothing new. Nothing new. Oh, nothing new. I think that's about it. So, well, what bright note can I think about that I can end on? Well, I can tell you that I've got a special video coming up for this. I have an accessory coming for this scissor lift that's going to blow it out of the water. And that video will probably come in the next week. You'll be amazed how much I paid for it and what I'm going to be able to do with it. And most of you are going to guess the wrong thing, I can assure you. There may be one person out there. I haven't seen anything of what I'm about to do anywhere. And the video will probably be huge if people see it and it gets spread, because it's going to make this thing so valuable, so much more useful. I'm going to have to build ramps for it still and other things. But we're going to go ahead and conclude here. We're at 45 minutes. If you made it this far, good for you. Second question is, what are you doing with your life to be able to watch 45 minutes of this? Hopefully I entertained you the whole entire 45 minutes. If I did, I'm happy to at least have done that. There are so many things I'm going to be doing in the near future. I've got a lot of things I have to move and fix. But there's going to be a lot of projects that I'm going to be putting up online. And one day I'm going to get back to automotive, I swear. Right now it's just basic maintenance. But one day I'm going to get to the finish putting one of the engines, at least at one time, into the CRX. I really am looking at a right-hand drive CRX. I'd love to get one of those. Maybe I can sell a few cars and buy one. I don't know, but there's a lot of them that are coming into this country now that you can buy. And I want one with a B-Series engine so that I can put my 99 spec B18C in it. Transmission, ECU, everything. If not, I'll put it in the 95 Civic, and then I've got the 3-stage dual VTEC. What is it, the D15Z7, I think? That's going to go into the other cars. And I'll probably get rid of the 96. I got to get rid of a couple cars, which will probably be the 96, and the 91 CRX. But there will be some videos for those. I can guarantee there'll be videos on guitar and all my music and chess and all kinds of other things. So eventually I hope to post like a couple videos a day. I need some internet speed here, but long video. So I'm going to go ahead and end it now. I've covered just about everything I wanted to cover, and spend probably 5 hours uploading this.